Show you how to use resources available to you from the Pepperdine University libraries to find financial ratios, both for companies and for industries. The databases covered in this video include Mergent Online, Annual Statement Studies, and S&P Net Advantage. We will be using Under Armour as our example throughout the video. We will begin with the process to find company ratios using Mergent Online. Navigate to the Pepperdine Library's homepage, which is library.pepperdine.edu. Once there, scroll down until you can see the databases in each journal's icon, which is marked with a magnifying glass. Go ahead and click on it. Next, you have the option to sort the databases either by subject. Note that business and economics is the most relevant selection for you, or you can sort alphabetically if you know the first letter of the database. I'm going to go ahead and select business/economics, which will take me to a list of all of our databases related to business, where I can then scroll down and select Mergent Online. Once you have opened the database, note you may be prompted to enter your WaveNet credentials. You can then use the company's search bar to search either by the company's ticker symbol or by the company name. For Under Armour, I'll type into the box UAA, which is the ticker symbol, and select Under Armour Inc. I can also type out the company name, Under Armour, and then select Under Armour Inc. Once the company profile opens, take note of the ticker symbol just to make sure you're looking at the correct company profile. To get to the financial ratios for Under Armour, you'll want to click on the Company Financials tab and then select the Ratios subheading. Here you can see listed all of the different ratios that are available for Under Armour from Mergent Online. You can change the time period available by clicking the drop-down menu. You can select all available years or 3 years/quarters, whatever you'd like. Just make sure to refresh the page to add any updates that you've made. You'll also want to take note of the NAICS code listed up in the header material next to industry. The NAICS code for Under Armour is 448110. Next, we will go over the process to find industry ratios using annual statement studies. On the list of databases where we were previously in Mergent Online, go ahead and scroll to the top of the list of business databases to access annual statement studies. You may also hear this database referred to as RMA. Click on the link to launch the database. Once the database has opened, enter the NAICS code that we found in Mergent Online to perform an industry code search. Verify that the information is correct, and then click on the hyperlinked industry code. From here, you'll want to select FRB History. FRB stands for Financial Ratio Benchmark. Note that the data is provided for the last 5 years. Using the right-hand scroll bar, scroll down until you see the heading in all caps that says Ratios. Listed underneath this heading are all the available industry ratios. We can also broaden our search. Click on the Return to Search button. Previously, we were looking at men's clothing stores, but we can also look at the industry group, which is a 4-digit code instead of the 6-digit code we entered. Enter the first 4 digits of the NAICS code that we found in Mergent Online and click the blue View button. You'll want to select the FRB History tab and scroll down until you see the heading for Ratios. These are the available ratios for clothing stores industry group. We will now explore the process for finding company ratios using S&P Net Advantage. We will also be able to use S&P Net Advantage to find industry ratios. On the list of business databases, go ahead and scroll down until you see S&P Net Advantage. Click on the database link in order to launch the database. Once the database has loaded, you can use the search bar at the very top of the page to perform a search. Go ahead and type in Under Armour, and then select Under Armour Inc. from the list that appears below the search bar. One way to verify that you are looking at the correct company profile is to check the ticker symbol. You can find the link for financial ratios in 3 places on the left-hand menu, under My Links, under Financials/Valuation, and under CompuStat Financials. Select the Ratios link to access the company financial ratios. The default is to have the latest date on the left and to have the period type as annual. You can change these if you need to. You can also change the date range showed on this page by using the slide bar. Note that we can now see data going back to 2012 because of the changes I made on the slide bar. You can click on the little I button next to each individual ratio in order to access the Excel formula for that ratio. You can also click on each individual ratio in order to see what calculations were made and what data was used to calculate that ratio. Finally, we will explore how to find industry ratios using S&P Net Advantage. From the Company Financial Ratios page, we will then go to the left-hand side of the screen and look for Industry Classifications, which is under Most Used, or Company Summary. Click on the Industry Classifications link. You will then see the primary industry classification for Under Armour, which is apparel, accessories, and luxury goods. You can also see how this industry is nested within the greater industry structure as well as sub-industries. Click on the link under Primary Industry Classification to open the industry profile for apparel, accessories, and luxury goods. On the left-hand side of the screen, under Industry Profile, click on the link for Key Stats and Ratios. Ratios are available for this industry for the last 5 years. If you have questions about any of the databases discussed in this video, please do not hesitate to reach out to a Pepperdine University librarian.